And those are the sweet sounds of podcast. I am your co-host, Andre C. Right over here is AWS, and this is the Pop Spot, where we pop for all the spots we love in professional wrestling. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, yeah, no, it's been a very strong Monday. Definitely can't complain. Threw out some resumes, bought some tickets to TNA. Very excited for that. Just been a good start to the week. How are you doing, my friend?
Busy weekend this past weekend. The show we went to on Friday night, as we're going to talk about, went and saw F1 on Saturday. Was out with seeing some people after that, and then Sunday had just a day I could just do nothing. I did a show and did nothing for the rest of the day. It made my day so much better. And then today back to work. It was crazy. And tomorrow's Canada Day, or as this episode is debuting, it debuts on Canada Day. We are recording this Monday night, the night before Canada Day, but Canada Day is coming on Canada Day. So happy Canada Day to all of y'all watching in Canada land, and to all y'all watching in the rest of the world. Happy Tuesday.
The best type of day to celebrate on a Tuesday.
Honestly, I'm good at it. I work one day, then I'm off, and then I work for another 3.5 days, and then I'm off for another 2 days. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm like 90% sure I'm gonna get up at an open mic tomorrow. So that's
there you go. Do some jokes about Canada, make fun of Canada, but in a good way, I guess. I don't know how to do it.
Good fun. Yeah, we're gonna have good fun about Canada Day.
Yeah, but you know what we're here to talk about? I know what I'm here to talk about. We're here to talk about Top Talent Wrestling featuring Elayna Black and MLW National Champion Ultimo Guerrero.
Yeah, the 3rd-year anniversary show. They always pull out all the stops on the anniversary shows. Like, I've only been to this and the previous anniversary. I wasn't at the first one. But,
I was there.
Yeah, no, they pulled out all the stops. They got some pretty solid guests. Ultimo Guerrero, living legend, CMLL Hall of Famer at this point, it feels like. Currently MLW National Openweight Champion. Very awesome dude. Got to meet him before the show started. He was very sweet, very, humble guy. Elayna Black, formerly known as Cora Jade in NXT, currently freelancing on the indies.
She's only a month into her dates,
and she was announcing dates the day she was released.
As soon as she was legally able to put out time. This was one of the first couple of dates she announced. I think I don't know how many other matches she worked before this, but she's had a few dates already, and she's only a month into this, being on the indie scene now.
And she's doing very well for herself. Both of these people, both her and Ultimo, both of them, I believe, it's their first appearance in Canada. So that's fun. That's something we get. It's something we have.
I don't know if that's true about her, but it is true about him.
As far as I know, I might be completely wrong. And if I am, I apologize. It's not my place to spread misinformation. What I am here to spread is jokes and fun spots in wrestling.
Yeah, it is. I'm just looking up on Elayna Black. Okay, so since she's come out on the indies, she's now had this. This was only her 3rd match.
This was this show was her 3rd match since being released.
Yeah, because she came back in like couple weeks before. Again, according to Cage Match, there could be other matches. Joey Janela the week before, and facing Joselina Navarro the week before. And then she worked Riley Rose at this show. So this was only, according to this, it could be there could be more. According to Cage Match, this was only her 3rd match back on the indies. So
that's still very cool. Why don't we get into this show? There's a lot to talk about. This is
I don't know. Do we really want to do that?
Come on, it's gonna be fun. This is a very chaotic show, a very frenetic energy in this show.
Yeah, let's get into it. We kicked it off with a non-title match. It was Weston King versus Scorpius, with Guzzy Jones coming out, but then Weston said, "Get to the back. You're all injured. I don't need you here." So didn't want to make him climb down the stairs. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Good on Gussie, by the way, for making this a non-title match. I don't know whose pocket he's in backstage, but yeah, good for him. He's making sure his boy doesn't have to wrestle for the title, which is, I mean, I'm a huge Weston fan, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, this match was really fun. It's got a couple spots. King stops a springboard Rana and turns it into a power bomb onto the knee.
Yeah, the powerbomb backbreaker. Yes. Love that shit. That was super awesome.
Great spot. So King, the crowd chants. This is Burger King, the Burger King chants, as we hear at almost every show. But somebody started a Whopper chant.
And it didn't get over. I was so sad.
Oh no! I heard that being chanted. It got good chanting for that when it went off.
I could have sworn it was only relegated to like one corner of the crowd. But that's great. Like, honestly, the Burger King thing, it's a bit stale for me at this point. But if you can evolve it and make different jokes about Burger King foods, honestly, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Scorpius did this really cool spot where he did like bounce off the rope, backflipping over King, that hits him with like a beautiful like V trigger, and falls with a suplex. It gets a 2, but oh man! And then he hits it goes for like this buckshot lariat, but misses. Then he hits he missed the buckshot, but then he hits the claymore. Oh,
yeah. God, so Scorpius is really good. Yeah. He's super, super good. Buckshot lariat might be one of my favorite moves in wrestling right now. Yeah. I don't know if it's the flip or if it's just that I'm a sucker for a good lariat or both. I'm gonna go with both. I dig a buckshot lariat. He also countered the crowning achievement. I believe he countered it into, it was like a jumping knee, I think. I can't remember. Yeah. It was a while.
Trigger, like a V trigger style.
Yeah, it was like a V trigger. Yeah. He countered Weston's full Nelson, the crowning achievement. I love that. It's super fun. Yeah.
Got anything else before we get to the finish here?
There was a really good haluva kick from Scorpius.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now, yeah, I do love a good hell of a kick, as it were. Sponsored by Hell of a Good Dip. Can't complain. That's all I've got.
So yeah, the end of this match, Scorpius goes to bounce off the middle rope, and it's like disaster kick style, like hops off the middle rope. You know what I mean? Like how Cody did. But Weston just spears him out of the air, picks him up, as we call it, the crowning achievement, that full Nelson slam, and he gets the win.
Very happy about that. Very happy that Weston is still champion. It was a really solid start to the show, like high impact, explosive offense from the get-go. The crowd was hot. They were chanting for basically 75 to 80% of the match. Very little dead air in this match. It was fun. Very good. Can't complain.
Yeah. So we move on to another singles match. It is Bobby Sharp, the Lion Warriors. He's wearing his. I didn't think to put mine on because I'm a terrible, terrible fan. Bobby Sharp versus Blake Marriott of DTN. An insanely good tag team. Or trios team. Him, John Tavius. I can't remember the third member of the team's name. But yeah, this match was really good. I really am a big. Blake Marriott is really good. Like,
he's super good. This was my first time seeing him. I haven't seen any of the DTN stuff, but the two members of DTN that were on this show, both of them were super fun to watch. They were getting the crowd into it. They were lavishing in it. And I always I'm wearing his shirt. I'm always a big fan of Bobby.
Yeah, again, there's so much really good stuff here. Blake catches Bobby coming off comes off the top of the dive, and he gets him on the shoulders and then hits that double knee gut buster, like the gut check. I don't know what it's called, but off the shoulders and the double knee. I love that move. It looks so good.
Yeah.
Bobby with the triple Germans, beautiful rolling, like the somersault into the flatliner by Blake Mariette.
Or as I called it, the rolling self rock bottom.
No, just no.
I'm sorry, OSW has ruined my brain for that. It just looks like you're taking a rock bottom, but I will not deny that it was awesome when he hit that. So yes.
Yeah. Do you have any other highlights for the finish?
I have here that let's see, the rolling self rock bottom. I believe Bobby hit a really nice Michinoku driver for 2.
As he does.
Yeah, he's got one of the best Michinoku drivers in the scene. So I'm very happy about that. I believe it was Blake Mariette hits a really nice looking. I couldn't tell if it was a roundhouse kick or a question mark kick. I'm gonna go with a roundhouse because I didn't see him delay halfway through the kick like a usual question mark kick. But it looked brutal. Like he kicked Bobby's head clean off almost. It looked really good. Yeah. That's all I've got before the finish.
Yeah, so the end of the match, Bobby went up top for a move, but he gets crotched by Blake. Blake comes up, they're fighting. Bobby knocks him off, and he hits a swanton bomb on his frog splash. He went to the swanton bomb for the win in a very good singles match here.
Another very good contest. Really cool to see Bobby switching it up. Like his frog splash is great. But I think he does. My opinion, I think he does do the swanton a bit better than he does the frog splash. In my opinion, it was my first time seeing it, but it looked crisp. It looked great. Very happy for both these guys. These guys had great chemistry. It was fun, very fun. Can't complain. Thumbs up.
Yeah. So we move on to a 4-way match. It is the other half of DTN on this show. John Tavius taking on Alex Explosion, taking on Dalton Rogue, taking on the ultra-violent Mitch Clark. Let's go. Dude, this match was insane. Like, so much happened here. So
it was just so much.
I'm going to have a couple of my highlights. Beautiful disaster kick by Dalton, where the bouncing off the middle rope there and kicking. I think it was, I can't remember who it was, but he kicked to Tavius. Oh, so good. I'm a big Dalton fan. I've had my ups and downs with Dalton Rogue, but man, that man is a very good wrestler. Tavius gets out of the spindly bindly and gets this beautiful pump kick. But he ends up getting caught and Mitch hits him with a gut buster. It looked really good. The dives to the floor were insane. Dalton hits this beautiful moonsault off the top to John Tavius and Alex Explosion on the floor. Just crazy. There's a spot where he went to chop Tavius on the floor in the back, and Tavius just rises up.
My god! Like when you mentioned that DTN's whole gimmick was like they do like Dragon Ball Z type stuff. Immediately in my notes
they did. I don't know if they're still doing. Still don't. They had a Dragon Ball Z element to them before. Yeah.
Immediately in my notes when Dalton chops Tavius in the back, I just put John Tavius is pissed. He goes Ultra Instinct for the back half of this match,
and then he just turns around, follows Dalton, and starts
ruining
attacks him with just a beautiful Superman punch, dude. Like, beautiful tornado DDT by Explosion on the floor to Dalton. This match was insane. What, you got anything else? Do you have anything of your own?
I wish I put who did this move, but someone did a backflipping kick into a German suplex. I think it was John Tavius. But it was like he did like a moonsault, but he didn't like moonsault him. He kicked him, and then as the guy he kicked, I think it was Alex Explosion, he was falling down. He caught him and then hit a German.
Oh no! So yeah, Dalton did.
Oh no, it was Dalton. He did like the bounce off the chest thing.
He did the run up the chest off Tavius, and then but Mitch caught him and German the shit out of him. That it do.
Oh yeah, and it was such a good German. I will never stop saying how much I enjoy Mitch Clark's offense, but like his suplexes, his holds, they're all so crisp, and every time he throws someone, it looks so brutal. That is ultra violence.
Oh, that was pure ultra violence there.
That's all I have.
Yeah, but this whole match was crazy. So Mitch ends up putting Tavius up on top ropes. Dalton, like he puts him across the ropes. Dalton goes to the top, comes off just starts spinning and just crashes, just lands right on Tavius, dropping him. But then Mitch picks him up. We're thinking spindly Binley, letting him drive, but then he does this new move where he's like spinning him out to almost into Emerald Flosion style. I don't know. I have to investigate on what the name of this move is. I need to find out. But yeah, he comes off the shoulders, but then drives him down to the side. So it's kind of Emerald Flosion-ish, but it's not.
I asked if it was an
Emerald Flosion.
I asked if it was an Emerald Flosion, but you were right on there. That
It's Emerald Flosion-ish. I'm gonna have to find out. But yeah, and then he hits that, and then he ends up doesn't even pin Dalton. He pins Tavius, who's still out cold from getting the super spin dive onto him. And Mitch Clark is your winner of the foray. The ultra violence reigns supreme.
And the crowd were not happy about it, which was hilarious. I think we were the only two in that building that were cheering him, and that was awesome. This is gonna become a theme, at least for these next two matches. But there was so much to talk about, and I tried my best to take notes for this match, but I was too enthralled with the action.
I got some, so let's get into it. It is a 5-way ladder match for a guaranteed title shot. It is Big Jesse Youngblood versus Harlan Abbott versus Son of Irish Cody Garcia versus Gabriel Lestat versus Ava Lawless. All right. So everybody's just doing big moves to each other. Gabriel gets a Destino to Jesse. Jesse spears Harlan at one point. Then Ava hits a sliced bread to Jesse. And then Harlan super kicks her. He ends up against the ropes. Gabe comes in, grabs him by the waist, flips over, and bounces off the ropes. The Bandito 21 plex to Harlan.
Yes.
Soy Boy hits this beautiful tope con hilo to everybody on the floor at one point. Harlan hits a corkscrew moonsault off the top to everyone. Dude, it was just insane. Soy ends up doing a curb stomp to Harlan's face into a ladder. There's this crazy spot, the ladders start coming in. Jesse hits a Jesse driver to Soy on a ladder. There's a spot where Soy's hung upside, or was it? Gabriel's hung upside down on the ladder, all vampire-like, and Harlan comes down, stomping him.
Oh, the double stomp! It was so good.
Yeah, dude. Harlan X-plexes does that that release suplex, but sends Soy spinning into a 450 onto Ava on the mat.
They cooked so hard with this match.
Dude, it was just pure insanity here. Jesse hitting this moonsault, Soy hits a sunset flip to Harlan off the top of the ladder, off the giant ladder. Just was crazy. Jesse misses a moonsault off the top rope, or off the top, or off the high up ladder.
Yeah, he jumps up.
He misses. Explain this.
I had this. So, Big Jess Youngblood's up on the ladder. He does a moonsault. He misses everyone, but he lands flat in the center of the ring, and everyone jumps.
It bounced everybody.
It's like an earthquake hit the friggin' ring.
Imagine the Big Show, and remember the Big Show and Brock Lesnar broke the ring, but when they did the suplex before they broke the ring, the ref literally bounced in the ring. It was that, but with multiple people. It was
so much potential energy in that moonsault, and unfortunately, I think Jess busted his lip on that moonsault, which was unfortunate. I think that might have been. We were talking about how Ava looked like she had busted herself open, or she had blood on her. I think that was why.
Yeah. Whatever it was. Dude, just there's this crazy spot of Harlan like power bombs Gabriel over the top. Like Weston King got involved here because he doesn't want Gabe to win it because he hates Gabriel Stacks. It's who he cashed in on, and he's trying to take him out throughout. And then we get this crazy massive ending. Everybody's attacking each other. People are just doing these crazy moves off the ladder. These two ladders get set up between the ropes and the ladder. Gabriel poisoned Rana's Weston off the ladder, but they kind of just clip it as they go down. The ladder flying. And then on the other side, Harlan hits this just insane power bomb to Cody off the top of the ladder through this other ladder. And the ladder just went like around, and they were stuck.
It literally folded.
Yeah, and they were stuck in the ladder they went through. And then Gabriel climbs up and he gets the briefcase. This match was insanity.
Yeah, there's like too much to talk about. You hit up a lot of my notes. There are two things I want to mention. One, I got a huge pop when I believe it was it was either Harlan or Soy. It involved Harlan and Soy, like long before the power bomb. One of them hit a tarantula on the other one, which yeah, I love.
No, that was Gabe. That was Gabe hitting a tarantula to Soy.
Oh no, that was Gabe. That was Gabe doing it to Soy. Sorry, Soy was involved, but the tarantula. Shout outs to RoboGarda. I love the tarantula. I think it might just be because I'm a huge Tajiri mark, but that's one of my favorite submission moves of all time. That's the first thing that I have. Second thing that I had was near the end of the match, before the big power bomb through the ladder, Harlan hits the sickest looking healer driver on Ava Lawless, where he like had her in the healer driver position, and then he lifted her up almost above his head. It looked brutal.
Yeah, like I've seen him do that to Cody. And I've seen him do it to Christian Star, like that extra lift to both of them, and it just looked rough. But like Ava is just how tiny she is. He just lifts her that much higher, and then bang! Just
it absolutely like dead on arrival. It was. It took her out of the match too. She was out on the floor for the rest of the match.
It took her out.
There's so much. There's too much to talk about. We can't go through everything, but let it just be said, this was the best match on the card. It's not even really a contest, unfortunately. There is one that almost beats this in my heart, and we'll get there. But this was phenomenal. Definitely can't complain.
Like this match went slightly long, but it didn't like. Unlike other big matches like in the past, it didn't feel like it went too long.
Yeah, it didn't overstay its welcome. Yeah.
So really good, really good.
Very super good. Yeah, no, really well done, boys. That was awesome.
Yeah. So we move on to the next match on the evening. It was Raiden the Destroyer against, at least debut for me. I've never seen this guy before. Manitoba Sammy Peppers.
Red Hot Sammy Peppers. I've never seen this guy in person either, but because I follow CWE on Instagram, I am aware that he is based in Manitoba, I believe. He tours with them a lot, especially in like Manitoba and Saskatchewan.
Ontario and stuff,
Yeah, I've definitely seen him on posters. But this was his first time here from what I understand. Honestly, he's got a very fun vibe. He's got a very fun gimmick.
His tights are pretty fire.
His tights are awesome. I love the headband gimmick. He's super fun. Too bad he's facing Raiden.
Yeah, so like Raiden, this is one spot where Raiden gets him in a German position, and Sammy just starts doing his like shake the hips dance, and Raiden like just ends up like breaking the hold. Like, what the hell is going on? It was so good.
Yeah, there was that. The only real I only have one thing, like two things written on this match. One is that it was incredibly serviceable and it was really like good because again, nothing was bad on this show. But the only other like actual spot I have was when Sammy broke out the Dusty Rhodes punches and the bionic elbow, which I love. It looked really good. Very happy for that.
Yeah. Yeah, so like he starts hitting the dusty punches, and then hits the elbow. Doesn't work. Goes for another elbow. Then has to go for another elbow. Then he ends up like hitting I think he hit like hits a jumping knee to the face. Still won't go down. So he goes up the top, hits a double axe handle off the top. Finally drops him. So he goes to line up this pump kick, but like he gets caught in a choke slam. They fight off. They gets his head taken off with a lariat by Raiden. Raiden hits a power bomb for 2. He goes for the choke slam. Sammy reverses it into a victory roll for the 1, the 2, and the 3.
And the red hot Sammy Peppers takes that win all the way to, I don't know, Chili's, I guess. Like, I'm trying to think of like what restaurant has like a bunch of, hot food. And
it's definitely not Chili's.
It's definitely not Chili's. Chili's, sorry, I got that confused. Instead of hot food,
but it technically does have hot food, but like it's the whitest hot food I've ever had. But
yeah, no, fair.
If you catch my drift.
Yeah, no, it was a good match.
Yeah, I had fun with this one. Again, introduces me to Sammy Peppers. I gave Raiden a very different, like, I remember watching him kind of face Effie it was a year or so ago. But Effie, that was more of a hardcore match between the two of them, so it was very different. It wasn't comedy Effie. He did do some of his comedy stick in there, a lot more hardcore Effie. Where this was more like good comedy match with the serious guy and the comedy guy. I really did like this the way these two did interact on this match.
Yeah, no, it was very good, and I like you said, the serious versus the laughable goofball. Yeah. Sorry, laugh out loud goofball. I said that weird. It was fun. It was fun. Definitely a match that I didn't have a lot to talk about, but it was fun. Definitely can't complain. And like
it didn't help that we also just come off the ladder match, so this was also one where we're kind of recovering as this match is going. We're kind of getting our breath back.
So, and there's no intermission because at Midway they don't do intermissions, which is, I get it. They have to be out by a certain time, but like, after a match like that ladder match, like it kind of kills you for a match or two.
Yeah. So we move on, and there is a special introduction by one. What about Ivan? Yeah, a young upstart. Felt very Make-A-Wish-ish. Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, he got the. I feel so bad for him. He got the Make-A-Wish pop.
We're giving him an opportunity, and they bring out our boy Othias Jones.
It's like, this is what you earned for being the mascot at the Edmonton Riverhawks football game last week.
Yeah, so he comes out. So he starts talking, and then they say he's gonna have a match. We're like, oh yeah, let's go. Who is he facing?
Let's go, Othias. Who could he face?
And Andy Anderson's music hits. And I'm thinking, oh crap! Didn't Andy just have surgery on his knee and his arm? And he comes out, arm wrapped up, in the tape,
in bandage, yeah,
in the bandages, and comes out, and Ivan says, "You're not his opponent." So I'm like, okay, so his opponent hasn't come out yet. So Andy decides to take the mic and
cut a long ass promo as he usually does.
But they're so good. The crowd hates this man in all the right ways.
It's a good promo,
and he cuts this really good promo about him being the best, and this company doesn't deserve have a third year anniversary without him. And then Othias starts interrupting him, and he's like, "Man, I gotta eat. I'm trying to do this so I can eat." And he's like, and he's telling him to go away, and he keeps interrupting his promo, and he keeps saying, "Man, I gotta do this because I gotta eat." And then people start chanting, "Let him eat, let him eat." And he's like, "Oh, you want me to eat, eh?" And he starts beating the piss out of Othias, like hits him with just all these crazy moves.
Yeah,
and puts him down, like just destroys Othias here.
I just love that. Like, Andy's like, "Oh, you want to eat, huh?" And then he punches him down, and he's like, "Then eat this."
Yeah, and he beats the shit out of Othias, and then at the end he goes, "He was fed."
Yeah, he was fed. Good capstone on the segment, Andy. It was very fun. Like it was good that they actually like had this segment. Like it's like clearly they're thinking we need something to cool down the crowd from that ladder match. Would I have preferred this before the Sammy Peppers Raiden match? Honestly, no. I think it was in the best spot it could be for the card.
Yeah,
Uh,
100%.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
but it was incredibly fun. Yeah, no,
yeah,
I'm
fun.
happy Othias got a moment.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Move
absolutely.
on. Semi-main event of the evening, as Ivan has said. It is Riley Rose taking on former NXT wrestler, the former Cora Jade. It is Elayna Black here. Again, very Elayna getting roll-ups early. Again, really good. Like Riley really playing. She's the bad guy here. She's been the bad guy for a long time, ever since joining up with Peyton Price.
Yep.
Elayna, the forearms from Elayna are really good. Just cracking Riley Rose, just unloading on her. Beautiful. Elayna hits a beautiful insecurity, and hits an elbow, but Riley comes back with this harsh looking lariat. Elayna gets the lariats, and then she gets the CM Punk style knee in the corner, that run up knee to the face, because she's a fan of CM Punk. It's very public. She's a fan of Punk. She ends up hitting another elbow in the ropes, and then gut wrench suplex for 2. A lot of good back and forth here. Bradley with a Meteora off the second, only gets 2 out of that. Riley attacking Elayna up top at one point. They're fighting. Elayna headbutts her off the top, hits a beautiful swanton bomb, but she only gets 2. What do you got, buddy?
I mean, I don't have a lot about this match. There was a big cannonball spot to the outside. I believe Elayna hits a cannonball to Riley. That was fun. There was a really sick looking. Again, I wish I had been more detailed in like who did these moves, but one of them hit a really sick looking Meteora for 2.
That was Riley. Yeah.
That was Riley. Okay, yeah, that was a good Meteora. The knee in the corner. Most of what I had like for this match was just a stupid musing from me at the beginning of the match, and it was just that Elayna came out to the fucking Giga Chad meme music, and it just completely broke me for the whole match. Like, it's a stupid meme from like a few years ago with like this grayscaled guy with like a big chin and a big smile, and it just plays music behind him. That was the song. That was the song that Elayna came out to, and it kind of like I couldn't stop laughing about it for a good chunk.
It was a hard rock song. That's all I know. It was like this hard. Like
yeah, it was definitely a hard rock song. Like, I don't even know what the song is called, honestly, but that's absolutely what it was, because I heard the riff for it. I really don't have much for this match. Go ahead and get to the finish, buddy.
Yeah, so Riley ends up hitting reverses double hook underhook DDT into a Death Valley driver in the corner. Only gets 2. They end up fighting again. Elayna ends up catching her with the double underhook DDT, and she gets the win. After the match, Elayna offers a handshake, but Riley swats it away, and she refuses and leaves to the back. Again, I thought a really good match between these 2.
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't have a lot for this match. I was watching it. The action was great. I'm definitely happy that Elayna is, still honing her craft and doing very good job of it, might I say. I love her kicks. She's got great kicks. Honestly, this match really wasn't for me. I found it a little boring for a good chunk of it, but that's not to say it was bad. It was very good. Like, the action was good. Just wasn't my thing.
Again, not everything is for everybody, right? Like, and that's, again, not every bit of wrestling is for everyone. So, and I get that. I get that.
Wrestling is for everyone, but not everyone needs to like every wrestling. And it's not that I didn't like this. It's just not my type. It's just not my thing. Which, fair enough. This was.
You appreciate what they did. It was just not your That's what
Exactly.
this match didn't get you.
Exactly. It didn't hook me as much as it did you.
Yeah, oh, good. We move on. Your main event of the evening is your MLW National Openweight Champion and CMLL legend, Lucha Libre legend in general, Ultimo Guerrero, taking on the Scottish Killswitch Krieger.
Yeah. Oh my God. Just the first note I have for this match, and I'm just gonna read it verbatim, with uncensored as I had it. Holy fuck, Ultimo Guerrero in Canada. I'm geeking the fuck out, and he's wrestling one of my faves. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Go ahead. If you have some spots you want to talk about, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, like we've been getting a lot of these lately in wrestling in Edmonton. Surfboard baby, yes. Ultimo with like a really clean and really awesome looking surfboard on Krieger. It looked so. Again, I love me a good surfboard. I love lucha stuff. I do occasionally watch AAA and CMLL on my off time. So I'm kind of ish familiar with lucha as a style. Um, yeah, no, the surfboard was really good. About halfway through the match, I'm just incredibly impressed at how well Ultimo can go. And as I'm writing, like, because I don't know. I'm actually gonna check how old he is
I'm
real
looking it
quick.
up. Don't keep going.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, because he's pretty decently old. Like he's got the pot belly, as a lot of the seniors. No offense. It's not meant to be offensive. He looked good.
I was like, dude, we're both fatter than him and we're way younger than him.
Yeah, God, if he
The
ever
dude
comes
is-
back, he's gonna slap me. I swear.
The
I'm
dude
so
is,
sorry, Ultimo.
and he's not even that old. He's only 53.
He's only 53.
And he's been wrestling for 34 years.
He looks really good for 53.
He's been wrestling since he was 19 years old, man.
Yeah, he's been wrestling for 40 years. That threw me for a loop. It was very good.
Almost 35 years, actually, because it'll be September. It'll be 35 years.
Wow, good
Yeah.
for him. He's been wrestling for that long. Really good for him. He hit a really sick looking baseball slide where, Krieger's down and he just jettisons Krieger out of the ring. I was
because he was like Krieger was laying on the apron and Guerrero just goes, hits the ropes and just baseball slide, and he just sent him flying. It was so good.
Yeah, it looked so good. I was I was marking out this whole match essentially. There was the big spot where he walks Krieger around the ring and chops him multiple times for each side of the ring. That was fun. They get back in the ring, and then we have the dueling clothesline spot where instead of like them punching each other, they just clothesline each other repeatedly, and it ends with Ultimo clotheslining Krieger, and he does like a sort of half Rikishi bump, which was fun. Again, I noted in the next show, I need to actually write who does each spot because I just have a really sick looking big top rope power bomb for 2. And I think that was possibly Krieger hitting it.
No. That was Ultimo stopping Krieger's Rana off the
top.
Oh,
right. He caught Krieger's Frankensteiner and then he power bombed that guy for 2. Yeah, no. So much good stuff in this match.
Yeah.
I was super happy.
One of my favorite spots happened before the match even started. Because Krieger whips his jacket at Ultimo. And it hits Ultimo, then falls to the floor. So Ultimo, being the classy guy he is, goes outside, picks up the coat, folds it up nicely, and puts it in the corner. I'm like, man, that is a classy individual right there.
He's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Like you said, you had a pot belly. I'm so sorry.
Oh, dude, there's a triangle by Ultimo. The transition switches to the stretch muffler, but Ultimo gets to the ropes. Again, really good spot.
The stretch muffler, is that the move where he has the leg over his... Okay, I call that the Brock lock because Brock Lesnar did it back in like 2004, 2003. Like around the time before he went to the Vikings. Yeah. I love that move. That's a submission you don't see a lot these days unless you're in like other countries.
I was gonna say, watch Joshi wrestling. It happens a lot.
Unless you're watching Joshi wrestling. I love the
It's
muffler.
very popular in Joshi.
It's a great spot.
Yeah, it's a great spot after the clothesline stuff. Krieger hits his beautiful super kick to Ultimo on his knees, picks him up with a double underhook DDT, but only gets 2. Yeah, there's a great, beautiful, perfect plex by Krieger. Just hit absolutely perfect. So Krieger at the end of this match, Krieger goes to the top, gets crotched up top. Ultimo comes up, hits this insane backdrop driver off the top. Literally dropped. Like Krieger looked like he landed on his head. And then he hit him 1, 2, 3 for the win. Dude, this match was incredible. Like I personally might have to make it. It's my match. I think personally, like that.
Oh, I don't blame you for that. I truly do not blame you for that.
This and the 4-way and then the ladder match. For me, is my top 3. Like this was insane.
Yeah, no, it's the same ish. It's the same 3 matches, just in a different order. For me, I love the car crash, like crazy ladder offense from the ladder match. So that's my number 1. This was really close to beating it. I loved all of the spots in this match. For me, I just think the ladder match did a bit more for me. So for me, it goes ladder, then this match, then the 4-way.
Yeah, that's all good, man. Like again, this whole show was incredible. This match, and then after the match, the guys had class hands, and they did each touch their forehead, their hands, and sign respect, and they stood up, and Ultimo lifted Krieger up in the sign of respect. I really did like that at the end of the match. And then Ultimo cut a promo, all in Spanish, so I have no idea what he said. I think he said something about bringing people from CML. He said CMLL and Amigos and mentioned Edmonton, so I feel like he's saying he wants to bring more of his CMLL friends up here.
If you give me a moment, I asked Andreas, a good friend of ours, Andreas, Humanoid Freak. I co-host with him at the Morphomania podcast. I asked him to translate this promo. Let me see if I can get the cliff notes for it real quick.
Go ahead. I hope this unlocks more CMLL guys to top talent, because that would make me so happy. Because that's only another pathway to possibly getting TJP up here, because he works with CMLL. So maybe get him up here. Like, the pathways. You got it?
Let's see here. This was all for you. This was all for me. This was a grand adventure. As my 35th year as a professional luchador, blah, blah, blah. I'm here in Canada for the first time. I represent CMLL. I hope you enjoyed this kind of lucha. This could open the door for more luchadors from CMLL to come here.
Yes!
That is exactly what he said. And there's just a lot of talk about him really enjoying this. And he had problems with his knees on the day. So despite all of that, he put together this banger match.
And I know he went to Calgary and worked another match the next night in Calgary. So
yeah, he worked RCW in Calgary the next night. He did very well. Super excited, and he was super jazzed to be in Canada for the first time. It was a very, again, my second favorite match of the night. Super good show all around. 10 on 10 top talent.
Yeah, I had a blast in this show. Like, nothing disappointed me on this. Like, I had such a good time. Like, this was just a really fun show, top to bottom. Just had a great time. Everything, there was car crashes, there was technical awesomeness. Everything was just so good, and I absolutely loved it. I absolutely think this was an incredible show.
This is like a thing that they have been preaching about for a while now, is the Wrestling is for Everyone initiative, which I'm super behind. Wrestling is for everyone. This show really spoke to that, because it had a little bit of everything. It had the lucha. It had the really crisp technical offense. It had the high spots. It had the sort of hardcore, brutal stuff in the ladder match. There was a lot of good on this match, and there was a little piece of a lot of good spots, a lot of good different niches in wrestling. So there was something for everyone on this show. I think they knocked it out of the park. And here's to 3 more years.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, it is time to get our butts out of here. So we'll be coming to the end of this show. Adam, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on the Blue Sky at awscomedy.bluesky.social. You can find me on the Instagrams at awscomedyYEG. And if you want to hear me and my buddy Andreas and my best friend Malcolm shoot the crap about a very fun about Power Rangers in general, and a very fun time with zany editing and dumb jokes that I think only the three of us find funny. You can catch that at the Morphomania podcast on Humanoid Freak's YouTube channel. Just search up Humanoid Freak and you'll be able to find the Morphomania podcast on there. It's a fun time. Definitely check it out if you'd like. Where can they find you, my friend?
You can find me in lots of places. You can find me on the X and Blue Sky at That Canada Guy, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at That Canada Dude. Just be aware, I don't use my TikTok. I don't even have it installed on my phone right now. So just be aware of that. You can also find me over right here on Backbreaker Video doing this show right here. And all the other great content over here on Backbreaker Video. You can check out Backbreaker Video for all the great wrestling content that Mike puts out, his AEW watch-alongs and everything there. You can see him do those live at twitch.tv/MikeTheRef. And if he also does his gaming stuff over on twitch.tv/MikeTheRef. And you can see the replays of all that, youtube.com/@Backbreaker_gaming. You can also find me over on our local establishment. This show is coming out Tuesday, Canada Day. Tomorrow, I will be back on July 2nd. It's July now. It'll be July. As I'll be talking the final 3 episodes of Ironheart with my boy old Ed over on Backbreak, or over on OLE for Marvel Talk. As we'll be talking that. Lots of great content coming out there. You can find me every Sunday on there, hanging out with my boys Bobby Munson and my boy Mark Talks Wrestling, as we chat all the world of sports. Talking this past weekend, we were talking F1. We talked the draft and how much I thought Edmonton sucked in this draft. We talk a lot of the European football, the footy, as North Americans call it, the soccer. We talk a bunch of that. Lots of great content coming over there. So check that out. I'll be back with Marvel Talk on there multiple times over the next couple of weeks. The 16th, we're doing our Black Panther review. We're having a DC review of Superman just before that we're doing a DC review. And then for the final weekend of July, we will be doing our review of Fantastic Four, the final Marvel movie before we go into next year, going into Doomsday and all the other crazy stuff, Spider-Man and Doomsday and everything that's coming out next year. So lots of great content coming over there at OLE. Go ahead.
Sorry, a lot of good stuff coming up there. You were finishing, my bad. I stepped on your line.
So check it out, OLE Podcasts on multiple accounts. Go to Twitch or YouTube and check out our local establishment. And then one more shout out for our boys over at Top Talent Wrestling. Go to toptalentwrestling.com for all the information that you need to go to any of their shows. There'll be a link in the description below. Also, ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Backbreaker Video, comment down below. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you're thinking about all the wrestling that we're talking about. So leave us a comment down below. We will respond to you. We might even, if there's some cool stuff, we might read it here on the next episode. So yeah,
that would be fun.
Yeah, so shout us out down in the comments if you want to get read out on the episode. Just letting us know what you think of the new show, the new Pop Spot. So yeah, just let us know what you feel about all the local independent wrestling that we are talking about.
Can I get a pop for that?
I'll drink some juice.
Fair. I mean, I'm not gonna force you to drink pop, by all means.
Yeah, but it is the end of the show. So thank you all so very much for tuning in.
That has been Andre C. I am AWS. It's been a great show as always. I'm very happy to be here with you, my friend. And until next time, stay poppin'. Bye-bye.